The gasp, I just gasped. Selena was into Dorian, but now apparently... How did this happen? I thought I am not doing well. Arabin is giving me the ick. I am so here for this. Is he gonna die or what? This book is gonna give me emotional damage. I'm not playing anymore. I love them. I breathe, I eat, I sleep, Throne of Glass. This book is going to be the end of me. I feel like I'm about to dive into something epic. It's time for me to start reading Throne of Glass. This video is going to be a commitment. I have decided to start with Throne of Glass, and I will read Assassin's Blade third.
You sure about that?
So far I have the 3 first books, so Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and The Assassin's Blade. I am pretty new at the fantasy book world. The only other fantasy book that I have read now as an adult is Acotar, and I freaking loved it. I don't know a lot of details about Throne of Glass, but I want you to know that this is going to be a full spoiler reading vlog. So if you have not read these books and you don't want any spoilers, this is unfortunately not the video for you to watch. I know that I have seen a spoiler, a pretty major spoiler, and I'm gonna say it now. I was searching for pictures of the main character called Selena Sardothian. Also, I'm going to mispronounce all the names, okay? Get ready for that. So I was looking for pictures on Pinterest, and there was this girl always popping up, this blonde girl called Aileen, and that was the major thing that I realized, that Selena and Aileen are the same person. So I think that this is a bummer, because I'm sure that this was going to be a huge plot twist, and I think that also Aileen is going to be a thing with a guy named Rowan? I think he's a blonde guy as well. I might be mistaken. You see, I don't know a lot of stuff, so we are about to dive into it. I also have a little notebook here where I'm going to be writing things down while I'm not filming, and then I'm going to be reporting back to you. It is currently April 17th, 11:30 a.m. So here we are. Let's start. Alright guys, it is the next day and we are currently in page 76. I am about to start chapter 11. So about Selena, I feel like she's very smart and confident. I like her so far. She also loves dogs. I made a note about that. That's very important to me because I love dogs as well. Also, we have been introduced to kale. That sounds like the vegetable. Is he gonna be like Lucian? If you have read Acotar, you know who Lucian is. He's giving me the vibe that he's going to be Selena's friend. Now when it comes to Dorian, he is the prince. At the beginning he seemed a bit cold and distant, and I was like, alright, he's the prince, he's the son of the bad king, so we definitely don't like him. But now I'm not sure if I don't like him. I think that I have started liking him. And also, is he gonna fall in love with her? I definitely hate his father, don't like the king. I think that all of these characters are mortals, right? They're humans. But then they mentioned fae and fairies who are immortal, and I have this feeling that Selena, she's going to be turned into fae. But if she's turned into fae and all the other people, Dorian and Kale, what if they stay mortal and they grow old and die? I wouldn't want that to happen. I haven't mentioned that so far, and if you haven't read the book, you are not aware of it. But if you have read the book, you are aware of this competition that is going on where Selena takes part, and if she wins, she's going to be the king's champion. But she has some opponents, and I noticed something interesting. She has mentioned twice a specific opponent who is handsome, young, and with gray eyes. Is he going to be someone important in the story, or is he someone insignificant and I'm just making things up? Is he someone important? Maybe he's not, because if he was, wouldn't we have a name? I just love kale, my favorite vegetable. He says to Selena, you don't need me to rescue you, and she says it still would have been nice, and then he says you can fight your own battles. I love how even though she is a woman, he's not making her feel any less. Never mind, we found the name for the dark-haired, slightly handsome handsome opponent. His name is Knox Owen. I really do not think that he's going to be an important character. Don't think so. It is time for an update. I am currently at page 235 and I'm about to start chapter 31. I think that I made a mistake. I should have started with the Assassin's Blade because I am now reading and moving forward through the story, and then I will need to go back and read the Assassin's Blade. But I'm trying to remember why I thought that this was a good idea. Oh well. Okay, not Selena saying that she wants to kiss Dorian and that he's handsome. I'm not saying it. Not that he's not handsome. I bet he is, even though he's a 19-year-old boy. Don't even get me started about the ages. I feel like I'm low-key too old to be reading that. Selena with Dorian, I'm not saying it. When I think that I cannot like Selena enough, she proves me wrong and I like her even more. She plays the piano, and also she had a boy in her life named Sam, and I think that if I had read Assassin's Blade, I would have already been aware about Sam. So apparently she's in love with Sam, but he's dead. So if she's in love with him and he's dead, who can compare? Also, there is this princess in the book called Nehemia. She's now a friend of Selena's, but do we trust Nehemia? Is she going to be a good character, or is she going to maybe be a backstabber? And also there was this point at the book that Nehemia, the princess, was staring at Selena's forehead, and I think she saw something because she said, "You're hiding something." And also, you know, the competition that has been going on, some of the opponents have started dying, and there is this one opponent, his name is Cain, I think, and I bet that he's the one killing all the other opponents. That's what I feel like. I feel like he is practicing some sort of magic, and if he's not doing it alone, he might be doing it with another duke that has been mentioned plenty of times here. Duke Harrington, I think. I'm gonna say it. I just cannot wait for that Cain guy to lay dead. And also there is this girl named Keltane. She's insufferable, she's annoying, and if you have read acotar, she's giving Ianthe vibes. She's giving pick-me girl. It is currently the next day. I've had a day and a half, but I'm determined to finish Throne of Glass tonight. First of all, this is not a drill. Dorian and Selena kissed. I'm not feeling it. I'm still not feeling it, and I'm not seeing it. It feels like a teen love situation, like I like you, you like me, but you're not the one. Also, Dorian gifted Selena a dog. She has a puppy now, and I'm going to throw some punches if the dog dies. Also, I knew it that that Cain guy was bad news. He is using some weird marks to summon a monster type of creature, and that monster type of creature is killing all the other opponents. But we're in the clear with that monster because Selena obviously killed it because she's a baddie. I am very glad that Knox left. If you don't remember who Knox is, dark-haired, slightly handsome opponent, he left from the castle because Selena warned him. So he was like, say no more. Bye. And he left. Because I was thinking about him, I actually liked him and I didn't want him to die. And now we are at the point of the book where Selena is going to fight with Cain, but that pick-me Caitlyn girl, Keltane, she drugged her through a glass of wine, and now she's not feeling alright and she's about to fight with Cain. So let's see what is going to happen. Okay, this is a long fight scene, and this scene is not good for my anxiety. Oh my god, she's not feeling well. Oh no. Her shoulder got dislocated. Okay guys, she won. Ooh. Okay. Chaol plunged his sword through Cain's heart. Cain was about to attack Selena again, even though she won. Okay, he's dead. He's dead. Good. Good. Ooh, no, Chaol is all anxious and shocked, and he says, "What have I done? I mean, what could you do?" Okay, I am nervous. I am nervous. We gotta stop for a few minutes. I need to change into my PJs, do my skincare very quickly, and we'll continue reading. Okay, I'm ready to continue. Honestly, I am very sleepy, but I'm pushing through. Dorian kissed her hair with everybody watching. Keltane watched in despair. Yeah, you watch. Okay, they're about to frame Keltane. I feel like they're about to frame her. That duke is now denying that he poisoned Selena with Keltane. She's going to prison. And just like that, I am done. I finished the book. It's definitely not a 5-star, but it is a good 4-star read. I really did enjoy it. It was a nice introduction to the story of Celaena, and I cannot wait to see her grow and evolve and change throughout the rest of the books, as well as Dorian and Chaol, Nehemia as well. I like her character as well. I will see you once I start The Crown of Midnight. Okay, so I started Crown of Midnight this morning and I read quite a few pages. I am currently at page 148 and I am about to start chapter 19. So far this book is going in a good pace, I want to say. The main thing that caught my attention is that Dorian has some sort of power. I don't know what his power is, something with ice, something with cold. He punched the wall, he broke a window, he covered himself, no glasses touched him, and he's always cold. What's up with that? I think he has some sort of magical power, and I'm shook because I thought that he was just a simple human being with no powers. And also I had heard that these books are not romance heavy, and okay, they're not spicy or anything like that, but when I heard that they're not romance heavy, I had in my mind that we would have like zero romance. But what is up with that love triangle? Dorian is into Celaena, Chaol is into Celaena. I thought that Celaena was into Dorian, but now apparently she's into Chaol. Dare I say that Chaol is my book crush, my Throne of Glass book crush. I don't know which other male characters are going to show up in the next books, but so far Chaol, my favorite vegetable, I like him. And I do see a relationship flourishing with Celaena, even though I'm sure that they will not end up together because that blonde guy will appear. Rowan, his name is still unknown to me and I'm not going to look it up because I don't want to see any spoilers. I am currently at page 207, so I'm about to start chapter 25. And all I have to say is, what was I even thinking when I was saying that Chaol was going to be like a brother to Celaena? They got me giggling and kicking my feet. They are so cute. I just love them together, and thank God that I never liked Celaena with Dorian, because that is the couple for me, Chaol and Celaena. And I also completely forgot to mention the last time that I spoke to the camera that I feel so bad for Cultaine. There is this scene at the book that Celaena visits Cultaine at the jail. She has been framed, and I do feel awful for all the things that I said about Cultaine. I feel like Cultaine needs a redemption arc. I feel bad for her. I want her to have a happy ending. I want her to not be a pick-me mean girl. And I also want to find out what's up with Dorian and his power. Dorian is losing it. He's losing it. He doesn't know what's going on. And I mean, do we blame him? Okay, things have gotten very intense. At the previous clip, I was saying that I was laughing and giggling and kicking my feet for Chaol and Celaena, but now she's about to kill him because they killed Nehemia, and now Celaena wants to straight up kill him. So that went well. And also Nehemia died so quickly. We didn't even get the chance to actually get to know her, I feel like. So Chaol says, "Celaena, I'm your friend." And she says, "You will never be my friend. You will always be my enemy." They are throwing Celaena in the dungeons.
Throw her in the dungeon! The dungeon!
And they're putting her in a cell next to Cultaine. Justice for Cultaine and justice for Celaena. Okay guys, I finished Crown of Midnight and I'm seriously not okay. By the way, yes, I did cat bangs, thank you for asking, but they're not styled, so we're trying to hide them. How is this book finishing in such a cliffhanger? I think that at my last update, I was saying that Celaena was thrown in a cell next to Cultaine. Is it Cultaine or Cultaine? But ever since then, a lot of things have happened, because obviously if it is a Sarah J Maas book, a lot of things are going to be happening in the last 100 100 pages. I am shook. Selena is Fae? How did this happen? I thought that at some point she would become Fae. I didn't know that she was already Fae, that she has the ability to transform from human to Fae and from Fae to human, but apparently she couldn't do that for years because magic was extinguished by the awful king. I'm so confused and shocked. She's Fae. Dorian has magical powers. Kale is the only one who knows that she's Fae, and also she was always aware that she was alien. I thought that she didn't know that she was alien and that at some point she would realize it somehow. So Kale is the only one who knows that she's Fae and that she's alien. And now I have to read The Assassin's Blade. There you go. That was my mistake. Why did I ever think that this was a good idea? You know what? Maybe I will change my mind and maybe I will enjoy reading The Assassin's Blade third. I mean, the author herself told us to do that, to read it that way, so I think that she knows best. By the way, I'm giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it very, very much. This is not a 5-star read and I don't feel that I'm ready to give a 5-star quite yet. Amazing book. And let's move on to The Assassin's Blade. So I am currently at page 126. What I want to comment so far is that Selena and Sam, to my understanding, are going to have this enemies to lovers energy between them. I didn't expect that when I read at Throne of Glass that she had lost Sam and that he's dead. But I feel like that is going to make their relationship even more special. I love how Selena, even though she's an assassin, she has such a good heart. And I also loved how Selena helped that Irene girl who is a healer. And something tells me that Irene might meet Selena again at some point, maybe in another book. But so far I am enjoying The Assassin's Blade, and to be honest, it doesn't really bother me that I didn't read it first. But I'm keeping my distance, let's say, from Selena and Sam as a couple because I already know that he is not going to survive. By the way, I have already ordered and received the rest of the series, the rest of the books. So I have here, obviously, Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight that I have already read. And now I also have Tower of Dawn, Empire of Storms, and Kingdom of Ash. I am missing 2 books because I received them and they were ripped. So I have them in this little package and I will send them back. I am not doing well. First of all, I want to say that this has to be the best out of the books that I have so far read from this series. This is giving 5-star energy and I am already in page 337. So I am about to start the last novella, The Assassin and the Empire. Let's talk about a fun thing first, okay? Let's not be Debbie Downers. Dorian and Kale made an appearance at one of the parties. They didn't straight up say their names, but it was obvious that it was them. I was like, I know who these 2 guys are. But now my problem is that I like Sam. I think he is such a good guy. I don't want him to die. I love him with Selena, and I feel like this book is gonna give me emotional damage. We are in the last 100 pages, so Sarah J. Maas, last 100 pages, you know it's going to be... I am going out in a few minutes, but I want to do a little bit of reading before I head out. So let's start The Assassin and the Empire. I just want to say that I hate this Arben Hamel guy so much. Is he gonna die? Because he doesn't deserve to live. Also, I don't know what is up with Lysandra yet. I don't know my feelings about her. I don't know how to feel about Cultain, and I don't know how to feel about Lysandra. So I didn't have time to finish the book last night, so I am finishing it today. I already did some reading and I feel like things are getting pretty intense. So I picked up the camera. I'm about to pretty much finish the book. I only have a few pages left. I am at page 394 and I feel like Sam's death is about to happen. I don't know what to say. This was heavy. This was a heavy ending, and this was an amazing book. I loved all of the 5 novellas. I don't know which one was my favorite. Maybe The Assassin in the Desert. I don't know. I just loved each and every one of them. I want to say how much I love Selena. She's such an incredible main character. It doesn't happen always for me to connect with a main character that much, and I feel like I am so connected with Selena's character. I mean, I loved her before I started reading The Assassin's Blade, and now I love her even more, and I only want good things for her. This is obviously 5 out of 5 stars. Fantastic book. The best one out of all the ones I have read so far from this series. It is happening, it is happening, it is not a drill. I think we are meeting that blonde, silver-haired Rowan guy. I have started Heir of Fire this morning, and I am at chapter 2, page 14 to be exact. And Selena is meeting her first Fae, or maybe, no, I don't think that he's the first Fae she's meeting, obviously. So I am very excited. Not me crying a second ago about Sam and now giggling about this Fae guy. I'm here for this. I am so here for this. Selena knew before his sharp eyes met hers that he was here for her. For who else would he be here, if not for you, girl? It is official. His name is Rowan. Is it going to be enemies to lovers? It surely feels like it. I have reached page 144. I am about to start chapter 19, and I have a little confession to make. I'm sorry, but I don't like Rowan.
What?
He treats Selena like crap, and I know that she's also being annoying and rude, but he straight up punched her. I had to look this up online to see other people's opinions, and some people say that if a guy was acting the way Selena did, we would say that yes, good for you for punching him. Also, other people say that she's alien Galathinius, so she's very strong, very badass, so it doesn't matter that he punched her. So unfortunately, I don't like him at the moment, but I'm hoping that soon I will change my mind and I will love them together and everything will be okay. I'm also enjoying the fact that we are getting to know so many new characters. Also, I really like Manon, the witch, and I didn't expect the book to have so many witches. I had no clue that we would also have witches in the book. And tell me, why does Adian remind me of Thor? And do we think that Adian is going to be a bad guy, or that he's going to betray the king and he's going to be with the good guys? You never know with these books. Okay, Rowan is not helping me like him at the moment. Do you want to know what he said to Selena, to our girl? You are worthless. You would probably have been more useful to the world if you'd actually died 10 years ago.
What?
Is there any point for him being so unbelievably rude and harsh? His attitude is pissing me off. And also, he had a mate. If he had a mate, how is he going to fall in love with Selena and have Selena, or should I say Aileen, as his mate? How does the whole mate thing work? Don't they all get one mate in life? Have I not understood something correctly? Also, I knew that Adian was with the good guys. When Adian and Selena are going to meet again, I cannot wait. But I'm enjoying it so far, and I especially enjoy the chapters with Manon and her beast. How is it called, that beast? It's not a dragon, but she has that beast that she rides. And Manon has quickly become one of my favorite characters of this series. Okay, don't mind the weird reading setup that we have going on here. But Rowan just found out that Selena was a slave and he's mad. And now he regrets the way he was acting. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. He says he has a need to protect a male's duty and honor. Okay, I think that things are about to look better for Rowan. Still, I don't forget the way he acted. Hopefully from now on, he will show some respect. Okay, this is a bit random, but I took a quiz to see which female character by Throne of Glass I am. And my result is a girl called Elide. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Who is she? Is she going to be in the next book? Now I'm curious to see more pictures of her. And why does she low-key look like me? I mean, not that much, but at least she has dark hair. See, I'm looking for fan art on Pinterest and spoilers always pop up. They say now Elide or Elide and Lorcan. Oh my god, is this her? Oh my god, are you kidding? She's gorgeous. I hope she has a nice character because I'm obsessed. I have less than 100 pages left for Heir of Fire, and the book seriously has gotten so good. First of all, the scene with Celaena fighting the Valk princes was insane. And we also got to see some of her dark memories and things that she has been through. Also, we got to meet the rest of Rowan's cadre. Is that how it's called? So the book mentions here 2 wolves, 1 black and 1 moon white, the powerfully built male, 1 bird, and a mountain cat racing behind. So all these 5 men and Rowan are quote-unquote slaves of Maeve, Aileen's aunt. I hope she will die. Not me wishing death for every character that I don't like. But so far I feel like Maeve, the king and Arben, these 3 characters just need to get out of the way, you know? Also, my feelings for Rowan have finally changed. We want Rowan to be free so he can be with our girl Aileen. And also we want the rest of the guys to be free as well, because I don't know if they're going to be nice or not. Even though the mountain cat guy, I think he's called Gabriel, he seems pretty nice. I cannot wait to see how this is going to end. I finished the book, and where do I even begin? Chaol saying to Dorian that he loves him, that he's his friend, brother, and king. That hit me straight to the heart. Dorian revealing that he has magical powers in front of his father, and now the king, the awful, disgusting king, has captured Dorian. Also, Aileen on her way to meet up again with Arben. I cannot wait for this meetup. This book was too good. It was kind of slow in the beginning. I loved getting to know Manon. Manon is definitely one of my favorite characters now. This is definitely 4 out of 5 stars, and I am officially ready to start Queen of Shadows. I have started Queen of Shadows. I am currently at page 54, and tell me at which part of this video did I say that Chaol is my book crush, that I like him, and that he's my favorite vegetable. I just love Chaol, my favorite vegetable. Dare I say that Chaol is my book crush, my favorite vegetable? I like him. This is not me anymore. He's getting on my last nerve now, and I had heard people say that they felt disconnected to Chaol after Crown of Midnight. And if I'm being completely honest, during Heir of Fire I was a bit disconnected to Chaol. And these people were right. I feel completely disconnected to Chaol now. I don't like his attitude. I mean, he has been through a lot as well, but I feel like he's just not accepting Aileen for who she is. I'm pretty sure that we will like him at some point down the line. Where do I even start with this book, Queen of Shadows? I have reached page 194. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Manon and Asterin. I just love these 2 girls so much. The witches, oh my god, if I could be part of a clique in these books, I want to be in the 13. I love them, especially Manon. She's my #1 character, and then Asterin, she's such a gorgeous body witch. Also, we met a lead. Finally, I thought that she was going to be this really weak and scared character, but I feel like she's onto something. But also, Manon tasted witch blood in Elite's blood, so what's up with that? Also, loving Aileen's and Lysandra's friendship. There you go, Lysandra. I'm so glad that both of these girls matured and now they are friends. And now the best part, the scene where Aileen saves Aedion from the king. That scene was phenomenal. And now they're reunited and they cried and they shared their stories. Chaol is still annoying. Dorian is gone. He has the collar on his neck. Arben is giving me the ick. Why is he still alive? I don't know. Okay, I have reached page 486. I am about to start chapter 61. First things first, Arben is dead. We love to see it. Then there was this part that I felt so bad for Chaol. Not me talking bad about him on the previous clip. Now I feel bad for him. So listen to what he says. It had been nice to have one afternoon with no fighting, with no one hating him. To feel like he was part of their unit. Okay, that made me sad. You know what? Our boy Kale has been through a lot. I take back what I said about him, okay? He's not annoying. Also, don't get me started about Dorian. His chapters, small, sad. I feel so bad for him. But Dorian and Manon, they met. I feel like there is something going on in the air between these two. Also, hello Cultane body, pretending that she is following orders and that the demon that they had put inside of her is controlling her, but he's not. I hope things will look better for Cultane. Also, what will happen with Aelin and Rowan? The tension is extreme between these two. This ending was everything that I needed. Finally, we have a beautiful, nice ending for our characters. This is 5 out of 5. I have some thoughts, I have some notes. Let's not forget the little journal with the notes. Astarine's story made me teary-eyed. I love Astarine, she's such an amazing character. The fact that even though she's a witch and she has been taught to be tough and brutal and not care and not love, and she has already fallen in love with a man. She was about to have a child, she lost the child, she lost the man. I just can't with her story. It broke my heart. I'm wishing for an amazing happy ending for her. I cannot accept anything else. The king is dead. We love to see it. Magic is again on. I loved reading about everyone using again their magic. Also Kale. Why did our boy become paralyzed? But I hope that he's going to get well. And also I love seeing him with Nesrin. I'm not obsessed with them, but I feel like they are cool with each other. Our girl Cultane, I feel so bad for every bad word I said about her. She had such a tragic ending, but at least she freed herself. I'm glad to see Dorian back, Aelin having her powers back, Aelin being with Rowan. They're cute. I'm not obsessed with them, with Aelin and Rowan, I'm going to be honest, but I think that they're nice. The couple that I'm going to be obsessed with, if it's going to happen, is Manon and Dorian. I cannot wait. I just cannot wait. I am also in love with Manon. I feel like Manon and Astarine are like my two top characters at the moment. I really love Aedion too. I just love all of them. I only have good things to say about this book, 5 out of 5 stars, and let's start the tandem read. Guys, I have officially started the tandem read and I am devouring it so far. I mean, the scale of obsession that I have reached at this point is at its peak. So I have been using this reading guide to do the tandem read. I think that this is by T.L. Branson. So shout out to this person for this reading guide, which has been very helpful. And I have heard people say that they like better Empire of Storms and that they don't really like Tower of Dawn as much. And so far I have been loving both books a lot, but Tower of Dawn, I think that I like it a little bit more so far. I love how we are meeting so many new characters. I have been enjoying reading about Kale again. I have no beef with him anymore. I knew it that Irene would be back, and I have some thoughts. I believe that Irene is going to end up with Kale, and I think that Nesrin is going to stay in Antica. Is that how it's called? Yeah, I have a feeling that Nesrin will stay in Antica and she will end up with Sertak or Sertak. I think that's the prince that favors and likes Nesrin. I think that's how it's going to go. I might be completely wrong, but I would love for Irene and Kale to end up together. They're just vibing, you know, even though they don't really like each other. I have a feeling that they are going to fall in love. I mean, come on, she's gonna go there all the time to heal him, so... And now let's go to Empire of Storms. Screaming, crying, throwing up. Page 85. Hello, Witch Link. Hello, Prince Link. Guys, the obsession with Dorian and Manon is continuing. I think that they are my favorite couple in this series. They're not even a couple, but they are a couple in my head. And also, did our boy Dorian have a glow up? Because page 84, Manon says that she studied his long legs, more muscle than the last time she had seen him. Someone has been working out, someone has been eating their protein, and I think that Dorian has started becoming my new Throne of Glass crush. Death to Manon's grandmother. I hate her. Not me wishing death for every character that I don't like. She said that Astarine needs to be killed. If they kill Astarine, I'm not playing anymore if they kill her. She's one of my favorite characters. And what do you know, the next chapter doesn't even talk about that part of the story. Okay, a plot twist just happened that I was really not expecting, and my mind is blown. Manon Blackbeak brought Windcleaver down upon her grandmother. Finally, she has realized that her grandmother is a little piece of shit. But is she going to kill her grandmother? Or at least Asterin is not dying, so we're on the clear with that. Thank the Lord. And also when it comes to Tower of Dawn, I have a theory. I have a feeling that the Kagan's wife is a Volk. And she is the one, I mean, the Volk demon inside her, was the one who killed her daughter. That's what I think that is happening, because we haven't seen that mother at all. Okay, I know that I said that I was liking Tower of Dawn better than Empire of Storms, but now the places have been switched. I am loving Empire of Storms so freaking much, and it has to do with multiple scenes, but the one scene that was incredible was the scene that Lysandra was fighting the sea wyverns. I could see everything so vividly, and Aedion worrying for her so much and helping her survive and fight the sea wyverns. And he said that he wants to marry her. The way that I was smiling and blushing and my cheeks were physically hurting by the size of the smile on my face. I'm gonna love them as a couple. I think that it's obvious for Aedion that he likes her, but I feel like they're going to be such a beautiful couple. I'm just devouring each and every one of these chapters. I feel like we have our perfect couples now. For example, I know that Dorian and Manon are not a couple, but I'm loving them, their interactions. It should be a given that they are going to be a couple, but I just don't want to get disappointed, but I feel like they're going to be a couple. Also, I am now loving Aileen with Rowan. I know that I have said previously in this vlog that I was not crazy about them. Now I love them together. Then Irene with Kael, Nestering with Sartek. Also, oh my god, I almost forgot, Allied and Lorcan. We don't get a lot of chapters with them, but every time a chapter with them starts, I'm like, okay, yes, I love them. I love them together, and I know that these two are going to end up together, or at least I'm hoping that they will. Also on Empire of Storms at page 279, they were saying something very interesting that I need to find out more about. I think that Fenris is the one who said something about settle and settling. So is that settling going to be the key for Aileen to become immortal? Because I'm guessing that she's going to become immortal, right? I'm just worried for our characters here, because some of them are immortals and others are not. So what is gonna happen? Is some of them gonna die and others will live their happily ever after? What is gonna happen? Guys, I am shook and I'm not okay. I was scrolling a little bit on TikTok and I came across a video and I realized that all this time I have been pronouncing Manon as Manon. But I swear to God, I had searched how to pronounce her name, and I am 100% sure that I had found a video on YouTube and the guy was saying that it was pronounced Manon. It is so hard to pronounce all these characters' names. And honestly, we shouldn't be mad with people when they mispronounce names, because we don't all speak all the languages. For example, I am Greek. I am going to mispronounce names. I'm going to mispronounce words, as other people are going to mispronounce Greek words. You know what I mean? For example, Asterin. In Greek, Asteri means star, but I'm not here calling her Asterin, so I will try to call Manon Manon from now on. I just feel like it is another character now, a whole other character, Manon. Who is Manon? My favorite character is called Manon. Thank God I didn't finish the whole books, and then I realized that I was pronouncing it wrong. I'm sorry, but I simply cannot comprehend what has been going on. I'm going crazy over these books. These books are consuming my life, my whole being. I breathe, I eat, I sleep, Throne of Glass. Everything is about this series, so I am not okay. Elite finally managed to reach Aileen, but of course she's not going to just, you know, walk in there and say hello. Of course the scene had to be super intense. Gavriel and Fenris tried to kill Lorcan, and Elite tried to protect him. She took the blow, her arm went to hell, but it's all good because Gavriel fixed it. So the obsession with Elite and Lorcan is through the roof. I love them. And I also think that Lorcan is my new Throne of Glass book crush. How many times have I said that I have a book crush while filming this vlog? The first one was Kael, then we had Dorian, now we have Lorcan. In the end, I might say that everyone is my book crush. Also, So page 554. Who gave you permission to use my name in pit fights, Aileen? I gave myself permission to use your name however I please, Ansel. Guys, it is Ansel. Ansel from The Assassin and the Desert. So I have a feeling that every single good thing that Aileen did is going to be repaid back to her. So they're still besties. I love that for them. And let's go to Tower of freaking Dawn. Let me just say that I knew it, that witch, not witch, we love the witches, that awful Maeve was not related to Aileen. She's a freaking Volk queen. Disgusting. And now let's go to page 525. That scene had me on a chokehold. I couldn't breathe. My boy Sartak being cornered by those disgusting huge spiders with Nesrin and Falcon. Sartak says to Nesrin, I loved you before I ever set eyes on you. I wish we'd had time. And he accepts his death, but of course he's not dead. I was freaking out during that part because I was like, is he gonna die or what? Because you never know with side characters. And the last thing that has shocked me is that Falcon is most definitely Lysandra's uncle. And I have a feeling that Falcon is not surviving. He's not gonna see his niece. I hope he will. I am so emotional right now. I am at the part in Empire of Storms that everyone is fighting Maeve's army. And oh my god, Rowan has me so emotional. All of his cousins are fighting against Maeve. And the book says Rowan had not possessed an army of his own to give to Aileen, to give to Terrasen. So he had won an army for her. Oh my god, this book is going to be the end of me. Empire of Storms. I'm about to cry again. A wyvern with shimmering wings, and behind it, descending upon the Fae fleet with wicked delight, flew 12 others. It's the 13, they're back. We haven't heard about the 13 in so many chapters. Asterin is obviously back. I am freaking excited about that. Excuse me? Where is Aileen? Where is my wife?
What?
Rowan and Aileen are married and they didn't invite us? Do these main characters in these books like to get married without telling anyone? I mean, Rhys and Feyre did the same thing. Maeve has gotten Aileen and she left. Of course, I already knew that they were mates. That was not a surprise to me at all. They were talking to each other without actually speaking. And for the first time in centuries, Lorcan wept. Yeah, you wept, boy. You did us dirty, I feel like. I don't know, I'm confused. She had married Whitethorn, so Terrasen would have a king? Yeah, that seems like Aileen. Oh my god. Aedion, he said to Lysandra, you can go to hell, you lying bee. I'm not gonna say the word. So I guess there goes that couple. They're never gonna become a couple. I love how people are dying, Aileen is gone, and I'm just worrying about the couples here. Oh my god, now Elite is verbally attacking Lorcan, and I mean, she's right. I hope you spend the rest of your miserable immortal life suffering. I hope you spend it alone. Okay, so this couple is doomed as well. Oh my god, what is Ilias doing here?
Why, hello.
Ilias is the son of the Mute Master that we met all the way back in the Assassin's Blade book. How many more characters from the past are going to reappear? This is freaking amazing. I finished it. I only have a few chapters left for Tower of Dawn. Oh my god, I cannot believe that this finishes without Aileen. Without Aileen being with her family and with her friends. Oh my god, it was not Mama Kagan who is a Volk. It was Duva, the youngest daughter, the now youngest daughter. Because the youngest one is dead and probably her sister killed her. I'm shook. Guys, I finished Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. 5 out of 5 stars, both of these books. I love them so much. Where do I even begin? Firstly, I want to say that this was my first time ever doing a tandem read. It was such an incredible experience. I loved reading both books at the same time. They felt like they were literally one book and I was following all of our characters at the same time. I loved how we met so many new characters at Tower of Dawn. I'm just very shocked and happy to see people from Aileen's past returning now to help her. I am just shattered by the ending of Empire of Storms. I was not expecting this ending, to not have Aileen with her friends, with her group. And now I'm just wondering, how will Kingdom of Ash unravel? Will a huge chunk of the book be Aileen with Maeve. I just hope that it won't be like that, because I don't feel like that would be something pleasant to read. I want her to be back with her husband, Rowan, and with her friends, with her family. This was such a bitter ending, and this was such a bittersweet ending. My name is Poppy and I will not be afraid. This is all I have to say before I start reading Kingdom of Ash, because I think that this is going to turn me into Ash. I'm not ready to see what is going to happen. I really want to find out what is going to happen, but I hope that we won't have a lot of death in here. The gasp, I just gasped. By the way, don't mind the crazy look, I was just working out. I cannot believe it, I just cannot. And it was certainly not Darrow who entered, but a tall, dark hair and gray-eyed man. We all know who it is. A specific opponent who is handsome, young, and with grey eyes. Aiden asks, what's your name? Knox Owen. My boy Knox is back. I like Knox Owen. He was the best opponent there. He was the nicest. I never wanted him to die. I cannot believe that I thought that he was not an important character. He's back, so obviously he's important. Also, I cannot believe that I questioned my boy Lorcan. He was not crawling after Maeve. He was crawling after Aileen. Fenris is the real MVP, and no one can deny that. He broke the blood oath to Maeve to save Aileen. I love him. Why did he have to lose his brother? He deserves the world, and Maeve deserves to die. The scene of Rowan, Gabriel, Lorcan saving Aileen was freaking insane. Lorcan saying to Aileen, to me, and she was running towards him. That scene was incredible. Also the scene when she was saying, you do not yield, you do not yield. When her mom said that to her, even more chills for that scene. Also our girl Cultain appearing in front of Dorian and they talked. I was so happy to see Cultain again. Also Abraxas has a mate, and his mate is Asterin's wyvern. That is so sweet, that is so cute. And also Kale is gonna be a daddy. Do we remember another member from Rowan's cadre that hasn't appeared in the book like at all? His name is Vaughan, I don't even know what his name is. But where is that guy? I was thinking that maybe Sarah J. Maas might have him appear in one of her books in the future. Also Elite trying to find Lorcan among all the corpses, screaming his name, trying to find him. I am obsessed with this couple. Also Manon straight up proposed to Dorian and he said no. I mean, I get it. He doesn't want to cage her. And also that scene that Manon said to the rest of the witches, your queen summons you to war. Will you fly? Chills upon chills. I was about to head into the kitchen, grab my butter knife and head to war with her. If Manon would ever ask me to go to war, I would go to war for her. The 13 and Asterin are dead. I have a terrible headache from crying. I had to turn off the camera to ugly cry in peace. I wanted to spare you from that, but I cannot believe that they are gone. I was hoping for a happy ending for our witches. Also, Dorian's father appeared. Nameless is my prize. I thought a couple of times that it was weird that we didn't know his name or that his name was not mentioned, and I thought that maybe it was not important. But I guess that in Sarah J. Maas's books, every little detail is important and every little thing means something. I'm currently at page 800 and I'm just hoping that the rest of our characters are going to have a good ending. By the way, I almost forgot, because I am just mourning the 13, I almost forgot something very interesting that made me smile a bit through the tears. The book says that Aileen passed through a world of snow-capped mountains and she saw a winged male standing beside a heavily pregnant female. They were Fae and we all know who they are. It is Feyre and Rhys, right? And I think that Rhys now is slowing her down, slowing Aileen down so she can stop at her world, because she's now falling through all the worlds and she's trying to to reach her world again. So I guess that all of Sarah J. Maas's stories are happening almost at the same time. So in one world we have Aileen and her friends and family, and then at the same time in another world we have Reese, Farah, and everybody else. And probably at the same time we have the characters from Crescent City at a completely different world. I cannot believe that I'm about to read the last few pages of Kingdom of Ash. This journey has come to its end, and I simply cannot comprehend the fact that I won't be reading about these characters and about this world starting from tomorrow. I have been attached to these characters and this world for a little bit over 3 months. It is July 22nd, and I remember I started reading this series on April 17th, so it has been almost 3 months since I have been reading this series. So I was about to finish the book last night, but I was a bit too sleepy and it was a bit too late for me to film my reaction and my thoughts, so I thought that I would read the last few chapters now with you. Gabriel is gone. I cannot say that I was too attached to Gabriel, but still I liked his character a lot. I think that he was one of the nicest characters in the books. His personality and the way that he was treating everybody else around him. So reading that he was dead on the battlefield was a little bit too much for me to handle, but I was expecting this book to be too much. I knew that it was going to be too much emotionally. So let's read the last few chapters and I will give you my final thoughts. I finished. I'm done. What a journey this was. I never thought that I would love this book series so much. I thought that it would be good, but not as good as acotar. But seriously, I love it even more than acotar. I love acotar a lot, but this, it has to be my #1 fantasy series I have ever read. I don't know if anything will ever compare to this. Okay, first of all, I have to say that Aileen has to be my favorite FMC that I have ever read. Her character development, everything she had been through, how she started as Selena and then evolved as Aileen. I feel like she kind of kept some parts of Selena with her, but she also changed a lot and moved forward as Aileen, as her true self. I love all of her characters, all of the good characters, not the villains. I don't have beef with anyone. I feel like also Kale is getting a lot of hate, which is unnecessary. I mean, everyone can have their own opinions, but I feel like he is just human. He has been through so much. He survived all of this chaos with not even a drop of magic in his blood, and I feel like he had a really good character development. I loved the bromance between Kale and Dorian. I am obsessed with their friendship and brotherhood. I also really loved Lysandra's development and how hard she fought. I just could sit here and talk for hours for each and every one of the characters, but I feel like all of our characters went through a lot, but by the end of the book I feel like all of them matured even more, if I can say it like that. I love all of our characters. These characters will live in my brain and in my heart rent free. I think I will be thinking about these books and this story every single day for the foreseeable future. This was perfect. Sarah J. Maas did an excellent job. She is a fantastic author. 5 out of 5 stars for Kingdom of Ash and 5 out of 5 stars for the whole series. 6 out of 5 stars for the whole series. So I would like to thank you all very much for watching this reading vlog, guys. I worked really hard on this video. I wanted to make it entertaining for you guys, and I wanted to connect with people who love this series a lot, just to connect with you and to be able to discuss about these books in the comments. So anything you have in your mind about this series, about the books, about this video, just comment it down below so we can have some long fun chats. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like me to film something similar for another series, another book series, let me know. I would love to do that. So please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye friends!